Good morning. Today's experiment is to determine the alkalinity of the given water sample. Alkalinity of the given water sample. Solutions required: standard N by 50 HCl, phenolphthalein indicator and methyl orange indicator. You must be knowing that in the previous semester we have also discussed the alkalinity of the water sample when we were talking about the neutralization titrations. So here this experiment will be done as an acid-base type of titration. Here you know regarding the theory of the experiment, we know that alkalinity is termed as the acid neutralizing property of water, and it is due to the presence of hydroxide ion into the water only, or carbonate ion only, bicarbonate ion only, or we have a combination of hydroxide and carbonate. And number 5th composition is carbonate and bicarbonate. Hydroxide and bicarbonate, these ions cannot exist together because they react to form carbonate. So we have 5 combinations due to which alkalinity may be present in water. Now regarding the determination of alkalinity, as it is written, determination of alkalinity is done by titrating alkaline water against standard acid, which is in the present experiment is N by 50 HCl. Following reactions take place during the titration. Firstly, OH minus combines with H plus of the acid solution and gets neutralized as H2O. This is reaction number 1. The second is the neutralization of CO3 2 minus. It takes place in 2 steps. 2A is CO3 reacting with H plus of the acid gets converted into HCO3 minus, and this HCO3 minus is again neutralized by consuming more acid to get converted into CO2 and H2O. This is why this is written as reaction number 2A and 2B. And if bicarbonate ions are present, they will be neutralized in the same manner as reaction number 2B, HCO3 minus plus H plus CO2 plus H2O. Now this determination ki alkalinity is present due to which ion can be done by considering this table which you can see on the board, in which serial number 1 shows the condition when P equals to 0. I will tell you what P is. It is written P equals to 0. Under that condition, it is considered that hydroxide ion is not present, carbonate ion is not present, and alkalinity is due to bicarbonate only, which can be expressed as M. P and M will be told you just now when we will start the titration. Condition number 2 is written as P equals to M. Under that condition, only hydroxide is present, carbonate and bicarbonate are absent. The third condition is P equals to half M. Under this condition, hydroxide and bicarbonate are absent, and alkalinity is due to only carbonate ion, which is equal to 2B, which you can see from this equation also. Half of the carbonate is titrated in reaction number 2A, and half of the carbonate is neutralized in reaction number 2B. This is why carbonate is written as 2P. Now serial number 4 shows when P is greater than half M. Under that condition, hydroxide and carbonates are present, and amount of hydroxide will be calculated as 2p minus m, while carbonate will be calculated as 2m minus p. And here the fifth condition is p is smaller than half m. Under that condition, hydroxide is absent and alkalinity is only due to carbonate and bicarbonate. And here carbonate is 2p and bicarbonate is m minus 2p. So these 5 conditions may appear when we do the titration and determine the alkalinity of the water. So now let us proceed for the experiment, and for that transfer 25 ml of the given water sample into a washed conical flask. Add 2 drops of phenolphthalein indicator into it. You can see that a pink color has been developed into the water. You know that in basic element, phenolphthalein shows pink color. So due to the presence of alkalinity causing ions into the water, phenolphthalein converts the color as pink. Now run down HCl and by 50 HCl from the burette till the disappearance of pink color. Now add 2 drops of methyl orange indicator into the same solution. You can see that a yellow color has been developed into the solution by adding methyl orange indicator. Now continue the addition of HCl from the burette till this color changes to pink. Note down the volume of N by 50 HCl consumed and repeat the same titration to obtain a concordant readings. Today we have obtained 10.3 up to phenolphthalein endpoint and 4.9 ml up to methyl orange endpoint. And here for methyl orange endpoint, we will be considering the total amount, and up to phenolphthalein endpoint, we will be considering the volume consumed till the color of the solution was turned from pink to colorless. Now by these readings, we will make our calculations. So you have seen that we have titrated the water sample in 2 stages. In the first stage, phenolphthalein was the indicator and the volume consumed up to the phenolphthalein endpoint, that is the disappearance of pink color, is considered as P. Volume of acid consumed up to phenolphthalein endpoint is considered as P. And then after phenolphthalein endpoint, we have added few drops of methyl orange indicator into the same water sample, and then we have continued our titration till the yellow color changes to pink, that is the methyl orange endpoint. So the total volume consumed up to phenolphthalein endpoint, that is from 0 to the endpoint of methyl orange indicator, that is considered as methyl orange endpoint M. This is the total volume of HCl consumed for the titration. Methyl orange endpoint indicates the total alkalinity, while the phenolphthalein endpoint indicates the titration up to only phenolphthalein endpoint. So here it is represented by P, it is represented by M, and this table is the the table for our titration, results for our titration. You can see that 25 ml of water sample was taken in the first titration, and we have obtained the volume of HCl consumed up to phenolphthalein endpoint equals to 10.5 ml, and total volume up to methyl orange endpoint represented by M equals to 50. And then in other two readings, 25 ml water sample was taken, while phenolphthalein endpoint comes at 10.3 ml and methyl orange endpoint comes at 14.9. So 14.9 and 10.3 are considered as the concordant volumes of acid consumed up to phenolphthalein endpoint and methyl orange endpoint. Now, by these conditions, we will match the condition by our this table. Here you can see that the condition is P is greater than half M. P is greater than half M. Half M is 7 point something. So P is greater than half M. It means fourth condition is being satisfied. Means water sample contains hydroxide and carbonate. Hydroxide and carbonate. So here it is written, the condition is P is greater than half M. It means the water sample contains hydroxide ion and carbonate ion, and for carbonate the volume of, for hydroxide the volume of acid consumed is 2P minus N, while for carbonate the volume of acid consumed is 2M minus P. So by this we can find out the amount of acid consumed for the neutralization of OH minus and acid consumed for the neutralization of carbonate. And by these volumes we will determine the amount of hydroxide present in the water sample, which is equal to volume of NaOH, that is volume of HCl consumed up to phenolphthalein endpoint, multiplied by normality. This is volume of, not NaOH, volume of HCl for hydroxide. Volume of HCl for hydroxide multiplied by normality of HCl, which is 1 by 50, into equivalent weight of hydroxide, then multiplied by 1000 divided by the water sample taken, which is 25. So this is 5.7 is the volume of HCl consumed for the neutralization of hydroxide, multiplied by the normality, which is 1 by 50, multiplied by equivalent weight of hydroxide, which is 17, multiplied by 1000 divided by 25. The value comes to 77.52 ppm. That is, the alkalinity for hydroxide is 77.52 ppm. And then the amount of carbonate in the water will be equal to volume of HCl consumed for the neutralization of carbonate multiplied by the equivalent weight of multiplied by the normality of HCl, which is 1 by 50, multiplied by the equivalent weight of carbonate, which is 30, multiplied by 1000 divided by 25. So the value comes to 220.8 ppm. So you will write down that the alkalinity due to hydroxide is 77.52 ppm and alkalinity due to carbonate is 220.8 ppm. So by titration we can find out that which among these five possibility is there, and by that we can find out the amount of concerned ions present into the water. Thank you.